Okay, so I know I said what I said a couple months ago about no longer doing beard product reviews unless it was either something that Bear Lawson's didn't sell or something that I still felt a need to make a video of. I'm not quoting myself. I think that's what I said. Um, for the people that come back and are like, "Oh, you said you went." This was an accident. Okay, I wasn't in the process to buy anything. I was just kind of doing research, and it wasn't even for a beard product necessarily. I mean, it was for a beard brush, um, but that's not something that Bear Lawson's really sells. And if they do, then I'm just stupid and don't know it. But um, anyway, uh, the product that I'm referring to right now is Badass Beard Care. This company right here you might have seen with the super badass ass. It's a donkey. Okay, so kind of a happy accident, and it goes into why I'm even making this video. So I actually was. You don't know this, but even though like I'm not like this big YouTuber or big reviewer or whatnot, I still take the time out of my day to do research, look into products, test products, for you guys because I'm not just some dude that sits at his house all day and reviews products that people send me. You know what I mean? Like I still actively go on YouTube, go online, go all over the place and look and seek out products and I try to find the best of the best to review to bring to you. Um, I don't know what's going on. Sorry, there was almost a wreck, like literally in my front yard. But yeah, I actually like go out and do the research and like try different products on my own, whether people send them to me or not, and try to find what I would consider to be the best of that product, and then I do reviews. Sometimes I'm lucky enough and people send me stuff that I actually enjoy. Believe it or not, I get sent stuff all the time that you'll never know about because, just being honest, if I absolutely had a product, I'm not going to do a video of it because the video would either be me lying or it would be me doing nothing but bashing the company, and I'm not going to do that. So I usually, if I hate a product and the product doesn't live up to what they claim it does, I hit up the company and I tell them straight up, like it's trash. I'm not making a video. I'm sorry. Um, best of luck to you or whatever, but it's not a product that I can put my name behind. Anyway, other than people sending me stuff, again, I do the research and try out stuff on my own, especially when it comes to beard products because I actually have a beard, so I'm always looking for products that not only I want to use but I might want to promote. Anyway, I've been in the market for a decent beard brush. I have multiple beard brushes, but there's just nothing about them that are fantastic. One of them's huge, and I actually really like it. But the bristles just keep falling out, and then I've got another one that's just like a cheap Amazon, eBay, whatever, Chinese made beard brush that does fine, but it just there's much to be desired, I guess you'd call it. Anyway, I've been looking for one, and I've been going on the Facebook groups, some of the bearded groups out there, just asking people what they consider to be the best beard brush, and then what they recommend I go and look up. Somebody recommended Badass Beard Care, and I'm just gonna be blunt and honest. I was just kind of like, because believe it or not, they put a bad taste in my mouth several years ago. Nothing super over dramatic. It's just what I've not really been a huge fan of them since. Anyway, the person that mentioned their brush also happened to say also because they have a warranty, like a no questions asked warranty that's like super amazing. And I'm like, wait a minute, seriously? And they're like, yeah, they are. And then they actually, in fact, tagged the owner himself of Badass Beard Care. I think it's Badass Beard Care. Yeah, Badass Beard Care. Sorry, I always get names mixed. Anyway, they tagged him specifically, and within like 10 minutes, he actually answered, and he's like, yeah, we have a warranty. Like, it's an amazing warranty. It's the best. It's huge. Anyway, I was like, really? Because the reason I have this bad taste in my mouth for Badass Beard Care is because somewhere around like 5 or 6 years ago, I placed a pretty big order from them, and one of the bottles of oil that I ordered came spilled out all over the packaging. And I reached out to them, and I can't remember exactly what happened. I can't remember if I didn't get an answer or the answer I got was somebody being super rude and told me I was just up a creek without a paddle. I can't remember because I talked to so many companies. Because believe it or not, I've actually been doing beard product reviews for around 10 years, even before I did this channel, because I had another channel that was just beard products. Um, so I've talked to so many people over the year. I can't remember how it went. I just know that it was kind of messed up on their end, and I haven't used them since. But I thought it was odd that they said they have this warranty, because I'm like, then why was I up a creek without a paddle when I placed the order originally, years ago? And I'm thinking, well, maybe this warranty is a new thing. Maybe it's something they implemented in the last couple of years that maybe they didn't have then, and that's why then it was an issue, or maybe it was just a bad employee at the time. I don't know. Long story short, I know I'll ramble. Um, the owner basically said he was sorry, and then we talked personally on Messenger, which I thought was like the weirdest thing ever, because Badass Beard Care is like a pretty decently big company. They're not a small company. Um, that was a beautiful color on the car. Sorry. Oh God, they got it dirty on the back. Okay, squirrel. Um, but he spoke with me personally and DMing each other. Like, it wasn't, on Facebook. It wasn't through like some BS. It was, personal messaging. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And he was like, I apologize. I'm not quoting him or anything because I don't remember the specific conversation, because this was a couple weeks ago. But he basically just said that he was sorry for the experience that I had, that he would like to make up for it, and then asked me which oil would I like to get. And at the time, the one that I originally had the issue with was an unscented. So I was just like, just send me an unscented. He's like, okay. He's like, keep in mind we still have this warranty and blah blah blah. And he's like, to make up for it, not only am I going to send you the oil that you were supposed to get, that you had the issue with, I'm going to send you another full bottle of oil that was one of his particular favorite scents. You get these awesome baggies, by the way. So, there's my unscented. And I guess it was good timing because this oil scent just came out and it's like limited edition. He sent me a full bottle of Havana Haze, which smells phenomenal. Actually, really smells good. Like, no joke. I never would have bought it myself because it's not that I dislike scents. It's just I have sinus allergies, and a lot of scents can mess with my allergies. And before I spend $20 on a bottle of oil that has a scent that I might love but might hate me, you know what I mean? Like, you put it on your face and it's right here and you're smelling it all day, and now you're sneezing because of it. So I generally go unscented if I can, unless I get lucky and find a brand that makes sense that don't give me issues. Anyway, he sent me that, and he sent me this originally and then sent me this with it because he was like, bad. Like, he stands behind his company and his product. And I just thought that was the coolest thing. Well, through the process of us speaking, keep in mind, they have this amazing warranty. So, a beard company that warranties their products is like the coolest thing ever. I'm sorry. But through us talking, keep in mind, I've been looking for different types of washes for my beard. Currently, I use Grandpa's Pine Tar soap, and I absolutely love it. But it is a stripping bar, And so there's a few issues that I have with it. One, I don't really like taking a bar of soap when I travel. I just don't. Um, it's just a pain. If you end up using it while you're there, you gotta hope that you have enough time to sit it on something and let it dry out before you take it home. If you keep it wet, it gets ruins. It's just a big pain in the butt. Um, so I've been on in the market for like other options that are in like a body wash type form, I guess you'd call it. You know what I mean? Like a gel form that I could travel with, because I like to have a non-stripping wash and a stripping wash, and I go back and forth. 1 week, because I only wash my beard once a week, so 1 week I'll use a stripping wash. The next week I'll use a non-stripping. I noticed that Badass Beard Care had both of these, and that you could actually buy, like, I think it's a 1 ounce sample for like $3. Um, so in the process, I was like, well, since you're going ahead and sending me this, can I just cash app you like $6? Because I want, there's two different ones. There's a stripping that they sell and a non-stripping, and they're three a piece. And I was like, can I just cash app you or PayPal you like $6-7 for the cost of those two sample washes? Um, so you can just throw them in the package that you're already sending me. And he's like, I tell you what, I'll do you one better and I'll save you some money. And I'm like, okay. Keep in mind, these little 1 ounce sample washes are $3 a piece. So you got to think $3 a piece. So that's $6. Then tax is probably $7-8 total. He's like, go on our website, and they, if you don't already know this, this is pretty cool. They have free samples. The only thing you have to do is pay shipping, and that will differ based off of what state, or not state, which, yeah, which state you live in. I was like, okay. So I look, and shipping was only like $4.99. So keep in mind, if I would have just bought the washes alone, I would have probably spent like $7. So now, with your free thing, you get a little 1 ounce. I think this is it. Yeah. With your sample, you get a tiny thing of beard balm, which I've already used. It smells absolutely amazing. Comes with a little mirror that you can't see out of. Um, and then a little sample oil. I'm not even going to try and tell you what size that is, because I couldn't do, like 0.25, I would have guessed. I don't know. Um, I've got fur all over the bag because I'm out here on the animals furniture. We have outside cats that just show up, and my wife feeds them, but they lay on this. But anyway, comes in this cool little bag, and I'm assuming based off of what scent you buy, it'll say it here because it's their logo, and then it says the original, which is the scent I chose. Um, but he's like, yeah, take advantage of our free sample thing, and all you have to do is pay the shipping. And he basically said just do that because it puts it in the system. I guess for legal reasons. And that way I'm only having to cover shipping, which again, shipping was like $4.99. But I got really freaking lucky because during the time that I just so happened to place this order, they were having some sort of like sale slash bundle deal thing going on. And for every purchase, you got a sample of their new Havana scent. Havana Haze, I think it's called. So for every purchase, you get, I think, a, a guitar pick, a sticker, and then a free sample, the sample size of their new scent that's limited edition in the oil and the balm. So I also got this for the $4.99. This is all extra stuff that they threw in because I made that purchase, not because he was hooking me up. But this was for everybody. Like I got lucky. So I got a sample size of the balm and a sample size of the oil. Now I'm assuming, since this is like a limited edition scent, That's why there's nothing on the back. I'm not complaining. Who cares? It's cool that they do that, because if you're taking this traveling with you for some reason, you're not going to lose everything in your dot bag. But I thought it was cool because instead of just giving him like $7 for the 2 little bottles of wash, he basically was able to kind of, through a loophole, hook me up more. That's just how cool he is. Then they send you, and I'm guessing this is the free. I mean, I know it's the free sticker and pick, but I don't know if they already send you one of these when you place an order. I don't remember if they did when I ordered from them originally. But anyway, this is the pick and the sticker that I got. The pick, I guess, is all the same, but the sticker is random. And then the thing on the back end tells you like how to use your products or what order. And then here's the washes that they sent me. So this is what I would have originally spent like $7 on. I got all that plus this. So here is their, what they consider their stripping wash, which is their badass beard wash. It's a deep cleaning formula, and it only comes in 1 scent, which I really like, which is peppermint, eucalyptus, and tea tree. I'm not going to go through like the ingredients and all this stuff because this isn't really a review. This is just a cool company. Like I absolutely love Bear Lawson's. I will ride or die with that company. But when a company like this exists and people don't know about it, don't get me wrong, people know about Badass Beard Care. People might not necessarily know that this company is this cool, and the owner cares this much about the customers. I mean, I think people should know. Because when I was telling him how much I loved and appreciated what he was doing, he was like, dude, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. Like, it's the customers that make us as a company in the first place. And I'm like, dude, like, that makes me want to be a lifelong customer alone. And then this is their non-stripping natural wash. It's for hair, beard, and body. So I guess if you wanted to buy the big bottle, you could use it as a body wash. I'm personally only going to use it on my beard and maybe my head hair. And this one, the non-stripping, which is called their hog wash, comes in all their scents, which I really like. So one is like a stripping, but it's going to be nice and cooling and have just like a really nice shower experience. Whereas this one, you can pick your favorite scent and just enjoy this. They say you can actually use this one daily if you want to. I'm not going to. I still personally prefer to wash my beard once a week. But God, that is a good scent. I'm a huge fan of their original scent. I want to try some more of their scents. I might just order like the sample thing of all their scents at some point. But you get a 1 ounce of each. Like, that's just ridiculous. 1 ounce bottle of each. That's just crazy to me. So I'm going to test these out, see what I think. If I end up falling in love with them, I'll probably buy the 8 ounce bottles of each because they're only like $20. And what I like too is I now have these bottles. So what I'll probably do is I'll turn these into my travel bottles, because depending on how long I'm going to be on somewhere or what week it is that I'm going to use what wash, after I use these 2 up, if I end up buying the actual bottles of these, I can just refill these for when I travel. So, because I'll more than likely end up buying the original scent, and then this is just this scent. So, I could refill this bottle and refill this bottle, throw these in my dot bag, and go about my day. Now, another cool thing that you might not know, if you know what a dot bag is, basically a shower bag for dudes. That's something else that I really want to buy from them. I think it's like $30. But it's a dot bag for bearded guys. It's like the coolest thing I've ever seen. Because you know how most dot bags, I don't have one or I'd show you, but most dot bags are just empty. Like there's nothing in them. You might look up and there might be some compartments. They might be a little zipper on the side where you can throw like your fingernail clippers or something in it. But basically, most of them, the way they're made, you just throw everything in there and hope for the best that you can find it. He has come up with a bearded man's dot bag. It has pockets going all the way around the inside for beard products. They have them for balm size, like the whole thing, 1 ounce tins of balm. They have them for beard oil. Like, they have multiple ones all the way around the inside of the bag. And then the full middle is free and open. So not only do you have a spot for your beard products, so you don't have to like dig through a bunch of crap to find what you need, but they're perfectly sized for your beard products, so they're not all over the place, and you can take more than 1 or 2 beard products with you. I don't know about you, but even when I go on trips, I actually really like taking more than 1 scent, unless I'm just in an original mood. Well, unscented mood. Um, yeah, a lot of times I'll just take like 1 balm and 1 oil because I don't want to have to dig through a bunch of crap in my bag. So the fact that they came up with a shower bag that has all these little pockets in it for you to be able to just say, hey, you know what? This is designated for this. And then when you go in there, you can just go, oh, this is this scent, this is this scent. And it's not in your way. Like, that's the coolest thing in the world to me. I know this is kind of a long video, and some people might think it's pointless, but a company that, one, cares about their customers, even something that happened 5-6 years ago, um, and 2, warranties their products, is just, it's amazing. I mean, you don't find companies that care anymore these days, especially big name companies. Now, don't get me wrong, Bear Lawson's, they love their customers, but they're a smaller company. When I say you don't find people that care about the customers, I'm generally more referring to like big name companies. Because usually when a company becomes huge and everybody knows them and uses them, you kind of lose that personal touch that you get one-on-one from a smaller company. When a beard company is kind of like out of their kitchen or garage or something, you still can kind of get that one-on-one feel. But when it's on like a bigger scale, it just kind of disappears, and it's just the nature of the beast in most instances. But to not only see an owner care, but care enough to talk to me on a personal level and work something out on a personal level, that's just crazy to me. Plus, like I said, he was able to like hook me up through a loophole. Like, I was just gonna order these because he was already sending me a package. And he's like, nah, order this and you'll get all this stuff plus that. And I'm like, oh. Because if I'm not mistaken, through purchasing um, the sample kit, I can't remember for sure if it was this one or the other one, but I think like the sample, the free sample actually comes with a wash. I'm just not completely totally sure if it comes with the stripping wash or the scented wash. I can't remember, but I think it actually already comes with it. So I would have got that for free anyway, and then I got the other one that I wasn't going to order, just throw in. But still, yeah, he was able to hook me up through a basic transaction on his website. And that's just friggin' awesome. So, as much as I like Bear Lawson's, like I said before, I do use other companies. I use other products. Not anything against Bear Lawson's as a company. I just feel personally that you need, one, variety, and 2, it still kind of goes into variety. You need a change in oils and ingredients. I personally feel like if you're using the same oils, your body kind of gets used to it, and then you don't really see as much results. Plus, different oils have different benefits. And I mean, there's nothing against Bear Lawson's, but if he's using the same oils in all his oils, whether it's the same scent or a different scent, I mean, other than you buying his product to get the scents you like, there's no change in the product. And so for that reason, I will use other companies. Plus, as I said before, there's other products that companies will sell that he doesn't. Like, I do still like a butter. He doesn't, flies. he doesn't sell an actual butter. He sells a butter that's more of a balm. And if I'm using a butter, I don't want something with beeswax in it. Because I use it in a situation where beeswax kind of just ruins the whole point. Um, but yeah, I use other companies because I use them for their other blends. And not only that, but I mean, he's a small company. He can only do so much. So it's not like if I want a different scent in a beard oil, I can just text him and be like, hey, I don't want to buy it from this company. Can you make it? He's still a small company. He can't do everything himself. So if there's a scent that I want and he doesn't carry it, I might go to another company to try it out or something. Um, but yeah, I like to be open, honest, and transparent because a lot of people will sit here on YouTube or whatever and say, "Well, I don't use any other brands. I don't use any other companies." And then when they're not on camera, you clearly see them using other brands and other companies. Yes, I'm diehard Bear Lawson's, but I will use other brands and other companies. I'm just going to be honest. Um, I may not promote them because they don't need it. Unless, like I said, in an instance like this where the company's just so cool that I feel the need to make a video to let people know. Because, as I said before, this was an issue that I had like 5, 6 years ago. I had done forgot all about it. I done moved on. Yes, I stopped using their products because I had a bad situation with the company. But again, maybe they didn't have the warranty. Maybe they had a person in customer service that was kind of a D-bag. I don't know. But it seems to be that the owner himself cares, and that matters to me. Because even most companies that may have a warranty, after 5 or 6 years, are just like, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, they still won't take the time to be like, that's our bad. And he didn't even like go through the trouble of like looking up my count or anything. He was just like, which oil did you have an issue with? And then actually gave me the option to choose any oil I wanted. And I was like, well, the one that I had the issue with was the original. I keep saying the original. The original in their brand is a scent. But the one I had the issue was unscented. And he's like, I got you. Oh, that's cool. Good to know. Thank you. And I'm not sitting here saying either to go and like start hitting the dude up with like every little issue you have ever had and be like, dude, you owe me this because you got a warranty. I'm not saying that at all. So don't like go blow the guy up trying to get free products or trying to get. If you genuinely have an issue and you didn't know you like they had a warranty, then yes, feel free to use your warranty because they have it. Go on their website because apparently it's there. I've never seen it, but again, maybe it didn't exist when I used to order from them. I don't know. But regardless, I think that's just really cool of a company to care that much, especially on their level. Um, so yeah, once I try out these products and know whether they're decent or BS, I'll let you know. But it's gonna be a while. Even though I only have 1 ounce bottles, I'm gonna test them out until they're completely gone, and then if I like them, I'll let you know. So, if you don't see a video within the next 6 months of their washes, then you'll just know that I didn't care for them. Nothing against the company. It's just what works for me works for me. I know tons of people that use their wash and love it. So everybody's different. But until next time, stay blessed and be blessed. Next video.